Hi friends, Right Careers welcomes you to another brand new video for this week. This is Sudarshan, your career coach. This week we are going to see a topic that is perhaps the most sought after career profession as of today. Yes, we're going to straight away get on to the topic. The topic for this week is impact of studying microbiology in today's world. Right, so what is microbiology first of all? So microbiology is nothing but a study of organisms that you cannot see in our naked eyes. Very, very simple. In a very layman language, I'm saying it is the study of science that deals with something that you cannot see from your naked eyes. So anything that you see via microscope, it can be an organism, small organism, large organism, mid-sized organism, any organism that you see via microscope, the study about those organisms and its behavior is microbiology. Now we all know that the reason for the current situation, that is the COVID-19, is itself because of a novel virus, SARS-CoV-2, right? So that spread across the globe and it has killed close to 17 crores people as and when I talk. The whole world today is looking like a microbiology lab where we all are forced to follow bio rules. Bio rules includes sanitizers or wearing masks, even for sports festivals like IPL or Euro, players are in bio bubble. So everything is now bio. We live in this bio world, bio-secured world. Now, although these organisms are very, very small, very tiny in nature and it is invincible also, we now know its impact, what impact that it has caused. A renewed interest in microbiology has taken place from last year due to this COVID, and there are many students who are now preferring to study microbiology and especially, not only microbiology but also in some of the sub-subjects, sub-domains of microbiology like virology, immunology, etc. So there is a renewed interest that has taken up. So how do you become a microbiologist? Very, very simple. The career path. Yes, after 10th standard, you have to take science group and especially biology group. So, you got to take physics, chemistry, biology, you got to study PCB. And once you finish, you can enroll yourself for BSc in microbiology. Wherever you live in any part of the country, we live in Delhi University has this course and affiliated colleges will have its course. You live in Bombay, University of Bombay, you live in Madras, you live in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Calcutta. Wherever you go, all the public universities will have microbiology as a subject. It's a 3-year program in BSc, and then obviously you can study MSc, Masters in Science and Microbiology, and then you can go on to enroll yourself for PhD in microbiology or even life sciences. So these are some of the ways you can grow professionally in your career path. Now, what are the professional career opportunities that exists in microbiology? So the first opportunity, professional career opportunity that exists in microbiology is definitely in the form of a R&D. Now, we all know that microbiology is a research subject. It is a research subject, and anyone who studies microbiology, who goes on to study PhD or even MSc, it's usually a scientist. So what does a scientist do? Scientists do a lot of research, lot of research and development on microorganisms. That's microbiology. So they do a lot of research on microorganisms and its behavior. Now, such results have yielded in identifying the cause of disease. For example, how COVID has caused, we know it's because of microbiologists. We now know the reason why and how the COVID spreads. And also, it's not about only identification or diagnosing the disease. It's also about identification of medicines for such diseases. So that's done by the R&D domain. So that's the first professional career opportunity. The second professional career opportunity that we can think of in microbiology space is working with the food industry. Now, it's very important. Now, microbiology and food play a very close role. So the research about the microorganisms in food particle is something what a microbiologists do. For example, when any food products has a shelf life, right, be it bread or milk or even biscuits, anything that has an expiry date, who determines its expiry date? It's a microbiologist who works in food industry. They also work on spoilages, preservation. They also study about food poisoning. Shelf life has to be proper for us to not get into food poisoning, right? So that study is done by microbiologists, and they also take care of spoilage and prevention methodology for all the food. So anything to do with food preservation, perishability is taken care by microbiologists who work in food industry. So that's the second professional career opportunity. The third professional career opportunity that I can think of is purely in the form of an academics. Now, microbiologists can be great academics. Since it's a research-oriented subject, R&D based subject, it has got a lot of correlation with academics, and R&D, and academics go hand in hand. You can go on to become associate professor, assistant professor, and assistant associate, and then professor in your own domain. So that's the third career opportunity. And you can also work for hospitals or labs. Now, in hospitals or labs, you investigate disease-causing microbes for human beings and animals also. So their microbiologists work can help in prevention of diseases and also contamination of diseases. So these are some of the professional career opportunity that I can think of. Now, where do you study? We already discussed, we discussed about Indian colleges. There are also huge amount of overseas colleges that offer excellent programs in microbiology, and since it's a research oriented subject, we also recommend you to look at those institutes as well when you consider to choose this as a career option. Institutes like Harvard, Dyck, Oxford, MIT, John Hopkins, Imperial College of London. These are some great Ivy League and leading universities and colleges that offer microbiology program, advanced programs also. Some powerful names in this industry we will see. There are numerous amount of microbiologists that we know, but I thought we'll also discuss about three powerful names. The first name that comes to my mind is Louis Pasteur. Now, who is Louis Pasteur? We know pasteurization, right? The sterilization of milk and wine related product. That's pasteurization. That pasteurization is named after Louis Pasteur. So that's the impact that Louis Pasteur has created 300 years back. We still remember his name or the term pasteurization of milk or something like that. Louis Pasteur is the founder of vaccines for diseases like anthrax and rabies. So see the impact that he has created to the society. That's the first powerful name that I can think of. The second powerful name that you can definitely think of is Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, who is considered to be the father of microbiology. He is the one who you should credit for discovering bacteria. So he is the father of microbiology. And our own Indian name, a recent Indian name, Minal Bhosle, a recent phenomenon last year. As a microbiologist, she created a storm in the world when she became the first woman in the entire world to design the first ever corona vaccine kit, and that's done by an Indian woman. So, these are some of the powerful names that I thought I can take so that it's easy for you to relate with microbiology. As always in our segment, some of the pros and cons. The pros, microbiologists work with varied disciplines. They work in food, they work in industry, they work in bacteriology, they work in virology, they work in immunology. So they work in varied field, and not only in varied field, but also in varied industries like food industry, agriculture industry, research and development, academics, clinics, hospitals. So it's not boredom. It is kind of restricted to studying of virus and things like that, but you can work in different industry and different specializations. So that's the pros. Some of the cons, it is highly research oriented. There is no doubt it's highly research oriented, which means you got to spend a lot of time in academics. Even an MSc in microbiology is considered to be fundamental. So no less than PhD, you can make a great career. So PhD is definitely a must if you have to become a scientist or microbiologist. There is also some kind of risk that's involved because you are getting exposed to microorganisms, which means there is some kind of risk that's involved, and you almost work on indoors, which means you do research and development and academics, which means you really don't go step out and work. So these are some of the cons that I can think of, but the concluding part is in 10 years from now, the growth projection of microbiology is expected to up by 3% in the job market. So that's as good as any other career profession or occupation that you can see. It's definitely an evergreen field, and trust me, microbiologists are wanted now more than any time, which means it's the hot subject that's happening now, especially virology and immunology. So if you are passionate about studying about virus, bacteria and things like that, doing research about something that you can't see in your eyes, this is the career, and go ahead and choose this career. And in case you have any doubts about microbiology further or any other subject matter, do get in touch with us so that we can help you out in resorting out the same. Right? So until next Monday with a brand new video, take care and do subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/rightcareers. See you all. Have a safe week. Thank you.